Now, speaking of parties, we're going to go back to Miami for a second.
Okay.
Because you left Raleigh, North Carolina.
Big ups to Raleigh.
And you transferred to Miami and you started working at 99 Jams. Classic hip hop story.
The Heritage Station.
Yes. Weekends and overnights, you started with that. And then you ended up getting this show with DJ Khaled, The Takeover. So tell me about meeting DJ Khaled and starting The Takeover.
Oh, wow. Where do I begin? So Khaled was at the station since he was like 13 years old. Like he was a kid carrying crates for the other DJs.
And for people who are listening, Khaled was one of the early champions of my music and Raucous when he was on radio back in the days. And a lot of people know Khaled as like the social media personality and don't understand.
Another one.
Yeah, they don't understand really his like roots in the culture of hip hop.
And he was a big reggae DJ as well.
Yeah, he was killing the reggae parties.
He had a few names, but he had to change that up after 9/11 and stuff like that. But I had the option to work with other co-hosts, but Khaled basically pitched himself so well to me because it was my show essentially. The night show was my show. Big ups to Cedric Hollywood, Derek Baker, Jerry Russian that gave me the chance to do that, come to Miami and basically blossom. But they said, hey, this slot is, I was doing 10 to 2 and then they boosted me up to 6 to 10. So boom, here's the night show. Who's going to be my co-host? So there was a few candidates that they were looking at. Big ups to Papa Keith. And then he ended up taking another opportunity. And then Khaled was like, yo, it's going to be me and you. You know, he gave me that talk. He gave me the Khaled talk, you know? Right. And so then boom, I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then The Takeover was birthed. And it was the #1 night show for like 7 years in Miami. And we broke a lot of artists and had a lot of fun. And then at the same time, he was working on his albums. And I would see his work ethic as like none other. Like he's not taking no for an answer. But at the same time, he wasn't the easiest person to work with either. He was not the easiest person to work with. You know what I mean? But I also think that was an interesting time and experience. So I'm happy for it, but it was definitely an interesting time.
When DJ Khaled's album came out, I was so confused because I'm like, he's not rapping. Like, how is it his song featuring? And then I realized the whole dynamics. But what did you learn? Like, what was the biggest takeaway from working with him?
Never take no for an answer. You know, the work ethic is there. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned. And I've also learned to keep my composure in certain situations. Because, you know, when you are working with somebody on a daily basis, it's kind of like a marriage. You know what I mean? So people come in, so people come in with all their issues. You got issues, and then you got to deal with each other, and you got to produce, and you got to make results. In radio, where are you? It's always about ranking and #1 in numbers. So it's very competitive. It's a very competitive market in Miami. So we still got to win at the end of the day. Even though you got this going on, that going on, we still got to make shit happen. So
and your job is on the line.
And your job is on the line. Every single day, your job's on the line. You hear your job's always on the line. So
I mean, that's
entertainment. I always think like, am I crazy for being in this industry? Because it's not forgiving. This shit don't love nobody.
You're only as good as your last one.
Yeah, it don't love nobody. So definitely taught me how to stick-to-itiveness. Is that a word? You know what I mean?
Stick-to-itiveness. You just invented
You made it up. There we go, Webster.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Let's do it.
Stick to it. That's what it means. Stick-to-itiveness. And learning how to work with others, playing the sandbox together, and standing up for myself. I had to stand up for myself plenty of times in different situations.
What we done started. Look at what we done started. This the people party. When opportunity knocking, then young nigga move that door. Whoa, get your foot stuck, get it, call me young, go get it. Now you can't fuck with it, might as well roll with it. What's the word?